Number one rule in the field, never steal, and that you ready to kill. Get to the money however you get it in bill. Just make sure that you never tell. There ain't no friends in these streets, money and pussy, so I made amends with the streets.
We back with another episode of the TrakWolf Godcast. I'm your boy TrakBeatz. We got my man Cheno Bliss in the building with us today, you know what I'm saying?
Yes, sir.
We got you know what I'm saying, a new dope partnership, you know what I'm saying, with Vinegar Hill, you know what I'm saying. Make sure y'all check them out and show some love and support, you know what I'm saying. They got a lot of dope work they do for a lot of black entrepreneurs out here. They also cross brand and promote with everybody, you know what I'm saying. But very dope platform, you know what I'm saying. Educated people over there, you know what I'm saying. They definitely got the merch too to go check out, you know what I'm saying.
Yes.
But on that note, you know what I'm saying, we got a special guest up in the building with us. We got a Ahmad Hawkins. Thanks, man. What's good, bro?
Yeah, man. Glad to be a part of the show, dog.
Got a lot of energy for you today.
Yeah.
We got a lot of energy for you. Yeah. So
glad to be here, man. Appreciate y'all reaching out.
Yeah, man. So I see you been moving around in town. You like a big voice, you know what I'm saying? Almost for like the campus of the town, kinda. You know what I'm saying? So like, and for the sports department alone, you know what I'm saying? So how did you get involved into that whole, you know what I'm saying, thing over there?
Yeah, man. So I played ball here a long time ago. I'm an old head. From 97 to 2000, played football here.
Still pretty young.
But when I retired from playing ball, moved back here with my wife in 08. And my wife is from Charlottesville, went to CHS, played basketball at CHS. So this is in my hometown, but it's my home. You know, just being a part of the community, seeing the youth and things like that, trying to pay it forward. Because I understand what the old heads did for me growing up, get me out of the streets. So, just with everything that was going on with like August 12th, man, and hanging around guys like Dr. Wes Bellamy and Will.
Shout out those fellas, you know what I'm saying?
William Jones, amongst others, Brandon Isaiah, Marcus Higgins, who's a coach at UVA, Marcus Dixon, just a plethora of folks. I got with the Prolific Run Crew. And this is not even like football related, but since I started running with them, my perception and just my voice has changed for the good, in my opinion. You feel what I'm saying? Because so much of the time, I'm always talking sports. Don't get me wrong, love sports. Been a part of sports in my life since I was 5. I'm 42 now, just turned 42 in December. But just, it was almost like with that LeBron that shut up and dribble. That was a challenge to me.
Yeah.
Once Shorty put it out there. And people expect an athlete just to shut up and stick to your sports. Even with my podcast, and I get out in the ring and start to talk about like capping and stuff, I'll see fans, and I say that air quotation because they just fans of entertainment. They're not fans of me.
They enjoy your content, but
you know what I'm saying?
You shift it.
Yeah, and one thing is, I could cuss, right?
Yeah.
So like that's my shit. Yeah. So my podcast is my shit. Like, I fund it through the sponsorships that I broker. So if I'm talking UVA, it's gonna be what it is. I know the audience there. But if I'm talking about Kaepernick or any injustices on the Ball Hawk Show podcast and it's straight just me, I be damned.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Like you can't tell me what to talk about. So once I start identifying that, you feel what I'm saying? That's why I realized like, oh, you just a fan of entertainment.
Yeah.
Like you don't even care about my work.
So how do you balance that? How do you balance it?
It's tough, bro. It's tough because, you know, it's one of the things like they call reading a room. Yeah. So you got to understand your audience. So I understand. At first, my core audience was UVA sports.
That's what you
I'm not
built
naive.
it on.
That's how I got this platform talking UVA football. So when I first got into the game and I was green, I kept it straight UVA sports. That moved the most units on my podcast, but I didn't want to limit myself to just UVA. So I knew that was going to roughen some feathers because I'm talking about those necessary conversations.
So how long was you in your podcast before you felt like you needed to, like, you wanted to make some adjustments?
That's a great question. So I started podcasting in 2013 because that's when I was on 92.7 Kiss FM. Do y'all know that story?
How did you get on the radio?
So I used to be real heavy on Facebook back in the day, like 2010, when I was still playing arena football my last 2 years. And I called it like Ball Hawk News Network, BNN. Everything I was like BNN hot take, and I would talk about sports.
Yeah.
And this before they did the live and stuff, so everything was just characters.
Yeah.
And I would just have these posts, and they would get like 300-400 comments, like every one. And I would like do like the ESPN sports update for people who was at work. I would just use my wall like that.
Yeah.
So people just go to their Facebook and just check, because if they was my friend, I would take over their wall. My goal every day was to just take over somebody's wall, like flood it to where they think it's my page, but it's really still theirs.
Yeah.
So I did that for like 2 years, bro. And my man Corbin Hargraves heard me on. He befriended me through through Jay's barbershop. JJ's barbershop, my fault.
Yeah.
And we started linking up, and he started taking notice of what I was doing on social media. Then he heard me on News 1070 WINA, which is AM.
Yeah.
The best seat in the house with Jay James, and did that.
That's dope. I didn't even know we had an AM station.
Yeah, we got an AM. It's also ESPN 1450 also on satellite.
That's what's
so doing the pregame for UVA. This started in like 2010. So I was doing more stuff for, like, I was in that lane.
Yeah.
AM radio, UVA
sports.
That's all I did. But I'm a big fan of the Breakfast Club.
Yeah.
Like, I love the Breakfast Club. Like Charlamagne, DJ, Envy, Angela Lee. Like, I'm a huge Charlamagne the God fan. Like, we the same age.
You get information and drama.
You know what I'm saying?
Like, you get a lot of everything.
Yeah, so
I
used to listen to the Breakfast Club on YouTube. Dude named Apollo had a YouTube page. He used to do music, but he shared the show without the commercials and just a straight like interview part, not the music.
Yeah.
So I became a huge fan of Charlamagne, and I love music. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Like, I watch battle rap and all that stuff. So
the versus battles.
Yeah. So fast forward, I get text by Corbin like, "Yo, I want you to come down to 2.7. Tanisha, one of the bosses want to talk to you. We want you to come on a show that they had."
Shout out to Tanisha.
Yeah. So I went on the show that they had, and I was just me, like having a good time.
Mm-hmm.
And the first thing she said was like, "Yo, I listened to you on AM. You ain't nothing like this. Like, what's the difference?" I was like, "Well, I gotta be this way over here, but this is really me."
Yeah.
Like you said, like, how can I balance it?
Mm-hmm.
So I knew my audience. I knew my core audience. This is a hip hop station. These are people I see at Thompson Park.
Yeah. So you can kind of relax a little bit more.
You know what I'm saying? So I got my own show, the Ball Hawk Show, which we did from 3 to 7 before the Quiet Storm came on. First 4 days, I was trash. Because I brung my personality from AM to FM.
Trash in what sense?
You had to switch to an FM crowd and not the AM crowd.
You was feeding the wrong demographic.
I was horrible.
Because a lot of people don't even tune in to AM. Like,
yeah, so I was real like cookie cutter.
Yeah.
I was trash in the sense of
not giving more your
what they saw. Yeah, what they saw at Tonsa. If people would come down to BCBA, they see me on the mic. I'm animated.
We got the
so when I got my show, people was juice. So that Monday, I'm just dry as hell, bro. I got topics, but I'm like very like, and Dwight Howard did this. I'm giving you.
You sound like
a radio host.
I'm giving you a radio host.
A radio host, yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So my man Terrence, shout out to T, he tagged me in a Facebook post, and these motherfuckers was frying me. Frying me, dog. Like, yo, who you trash? Who is this on the radio? Like, just take him off. We'll just listen to the music. Like, they frying me, dog.
And you know him too.
No, but he was saying it like, cause he know how I am. I'm a Jonah.
You know you guys.
So he was like, "Yo, Hawk, they dissing you, dog. You want me to tag you?" I was like, "Yeah, tag me." So at first I went up like trying to like just go back at him like, "F you," like, "Who is you?" Like on some old defensive stuff versus
turning up the station.
Damn, they telling me something that's true. They the consumer.
They telling the truth.
They telling the truth. They don't know me. They ain't trying to be malicious, but they gonna be malicious because they like, "Yo, man, get his ass off here. It's whack. This is our station."
Yeah.
So man, that Friday, that Thursday, Tanisha pulled me into the office like, "I don't know if this gonna work." Basically, like, tomorrow might be your last day. Like, you know what I'm saying? So I told my wife. My wife was like, "Babe, why don't you just do you? You always listen to that damn, what's that club you listen to with that Charlamagne?" Yeah. I was like, The Breakfast Club. She was like, "Why don't you do like background music and why don't you do the little raps you be seeing on battle rap and stuff? And I was like, yo, that's a good idea. So I come in, dog. I got a script, which I never did. I had a script of everything I wanted to talk about, but I had like the background instrumental I wanted to play, like a theme.
Yeah.
So I did it, dog.
And
I'm talking trash. Not hate, but I know Cowboy fans are rampant here. So I go at Tony Romo, and I start doing my like Kevin Hart voice, like, oh my God, Tony Romo's so great. So I started doing that, you know what I'm saying? So I'm having fun. I'm like, if this is gonna be my last day, I'm gonna die being me.
Yeah.
Versus something that I'm not. Get to the end, I play the Bobby Shmurda joint. The Bobby Shmurda instrumental. I start rapping, freestyling every topic I talked about and the content. It's in a rap. Now, I didn't write this. I'm just freestyling because I want to poke fun at me. I want to entertain you.
It's fun. Yeah,
so
exactly.
I might have a 5-bar, then I might have a bar that's trash. But I'm like, who cares? And if I have a mental block, I'm like, yeah, what was I at? Oh, yeah. So I'm like, this is live, so I'm just going in, right? So I cut the joint off. I leave, bro. Then talk to Tanisha because I'm like, ain't no way I'm coming back. Because I'm like, I just went in like, hit everybody. All y'all in the Facebook group, like, I'm shooting shots at them. Bah!
She was in the group with them.
Nah, I ain't shooting at her. But I'm shooting at everybody. So I was like, I'm done. I get home.
They love you.
Saturday night, T tagged me again. I said, oh shit, here we go. So I said, I'm gonna just take it. I still got a backup plan. I can still just go back to AM.
Yeah.
It is what it is. Man, they like, yo, who was the dude on Friday? They need to hire that dude. And T was like, yo, that's the same dude
from Thursday.
That's the same dude the first 4 days.
Yeah, but it is.
So people came in was like, yo, and what is this shut? He was serving people shut the hell up juice. That was the first time I ever said you could drink this shut the hell up juice.
So it became a thing.
Yeah, because Charlamagne would say shut the fuck up forever. You know what I'm saying? Now like, I can't say that, so I'm gonna say drink this shut the hell up juice. So it was like a play on words.
Yeah.
So I got the tonsure, you know what I'm saying? And I started doing the games, and these little kids was like, hey, ball hog, shut the hell up juice, and started laughing. I was like, yo, that joint actually catching on. So every day somebody was like, who he gonna serve shut the hell up juice? And that's the birth of it, bro.
Yeah, so is that almost like a donkey of the day thing? Or is it like just like
it's like a run. So it's not like exclusively for just one person. Like Donkey Today is like exclusive for one. Shut the hell up juice was like any comment somebody makes.
So kind of like a Bye Felicia type thing.
Yeah,
too.
it's just
but it's a mixture.
Way.
You can do this both.
It's just my own way of saying. So it's a play on words because I tell like first I can just tell you to shut the hell up. I just throw juice and I'm good. Then I always say if you're drinking something you can't talk. I don't say if something in your mouth, but you gotta say pause. And then I'm too old for the pause. And then I'm trying to tell you like basically say like, fuck it, get over it. You know what I'm saying? Like just drink and shut the hell. Like it's alright. You know what I'm saying? So it's just different ways.
Put your own twist on it.
Yeah, you put your own twist on it. You know what I'm saying?
That's dope, man. Creator.
So like you said, it took 2 years before someone noticed you for radio, right?
Oh yeah, it took a minute.
So like, can you give some transparency as to what kept you going in that time period?
Yo, so honestly, man, I never thought about doing radio. So, retired from football, started working in the school system, love sports, always did UVA stuff. Didn't know what I wanted to do. You know what I'm saying? So, at BNWINA, you could be like a producer, or you could host a show. I was just an analyst. Because I always come in as an analyst. And then Jay James will have to do something, and he'd be like, yo, you want to learn how to host. Mm-hmm. So he started trying to teach me how to host. And then anytime I host, they had to bring a producer on and basically get overtime. Well, of course, sooner they're like, whoa, if you ain't here, we need somebody who could do both. So he showed me how to work the big board. And I started learning how to run the big board, but then I was like, you know what, man? I want to do what they doing. Like, started pointing at the guys on TV, like the Troy Aikmans and stuff. Like, that's what I want to do. That, or I'm gonna even go against the grain. I'm gonna do the sideline. I want to be a former player that could work sideline, be a sideline reporter. Yeah. So I had to realize the difference between an analyst and a reporter. Reporter, you're telling everything. So whether it's an injury, whether it's the grass is too wet, the weather, the cohesiveness of the offensive line, like it's a new guy plugged in, while analyst, you're recapping everything you see. So, you know, I want to say 2 years ago, I got my first shot of being an analyst. Sideline reporter. And Dave Kane, who was the voice of the Who's, hit me in my earpiece, was like, Ball Hawk, remember, you're a sideline reporter. You're giving us too much analytical feedback. We got Tony Covington, who's the analyst. We need you to report. Like, go get who just got hurt.
Yeah.
Go get who got winded. Go to the tent and then see what this injury is. Go talk to a trainer. Go listen to the coaches doing the recap of that series to kind of get the vibe,
So
the
you
mood.
have to go in person.
Yeah, and I can't just watch the game.
You're like post analyst.
Yeah,
so you gotta wait for every moment. Like,
I'm reporting everything on the sideline from both sides.
Yeah.
You feel what I'm saying? So
That's
I went from just always being able. So I'm a former player. I want to always watch the game.
Nah, you running the field yourself on the sideline.
When they come off, I'm looking at them. I done missed everything. People screaming and shit. I'm like, what? Oh, who scored? Damn, hey, Hawk, you got anything for us? Yeah. Yo, when they came off, Coach so-and-so was very animated. This is what happened. The players received this well. This is what he wanted out of them. That's the information we need. Not, yo, they playing too much cover 3. This corner. Nah, we got him up there to do that.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So I had to learn that. But
get more personal.
Yeah, dog. So, but to answer your question, man, I never looked at, like, that was never like a goal to be in radio. And that joint just sprung up on me.
I got offered,
you know what I'm saying?
And just one step.
Yeah, I'm a former DB receiver, so we talk cash money shit. So
yeah,
I can always talk, but it's all about framing it.
Yeah,
you know what I'm saying?
Presentation,
yeah. So I could go from talking casual with y'all to saying, you know, you can hear my switch. I can switch it because that's what you have to learn how to do. Because you gotta, like I said, they call it be professional, but I call it you gotta understand your audience.
Yeah.
You know, because you can still be professional and still curse
and
stuff.
that's the thing with learning the difference and learning how important words are.
Yeah.
People always say that it's not important. And I'd be like, yo, I use these words specifically when I was talking to you.
Mm-hmm.
Why are you trying to read something else? Like, I'm a person that knows myself, so you should know when I'm talking to you, I use these words specifically. You feel me?
That's a fact, man.
Oh, I thought you said this. No, motherfucker, that's not what I said. You heard me. Now I talk to you like a kid, and they say, why are you talking to me like a little kid? Or niggas like, oh, why the fuck you talking like that? Or just sit there and look at you like, yo.
Like people think you talk to them like they dumb.
I ain't talking
like,
to you like you dumb, but you just comprehended at a lower frequency, so now I'm about to lower myself below you so you can comprehend it.
What people call it, dumb it down. Dumb it down is basically like I'm reaching. So basically, my communication level is going to reach you to where it's not a disconnect anymore. So that's why they call it dumb it down. But if you cross over to a regular lane, they call it layman's term.
Yeah.
We call it dumb it down.
Yeah.
But they say break it down in layman's term.
Yeah.
Read between the lines what they're saying. Basically, make it simple.
As simple as you can.
Yeah. You know what I'm saying? And they don't take it personal when you say layman's term because you say layman's term.
Well, that's I wanna hear it in the layman's terms first. Like, you gotta get the root of anything before you start going up. So I want to hear it from the base. Yeah.
But sometimes, you know, when you formulating something new to try to communicate to somebody, it comes off a little complicated. You know, because you're trying to get your inner outward. And it's like, fuck, I don't know how to project it. Boom. Okay, you didn't understand that. All right. Now I got to figure out how to retract this and give it back to you in another form.
That's a fact. You got to, and sometimes essentially when you explain something to somebody, you could get long-winded because you're trying to read their body language that they pick up, and you don't want to keep saying. You see, it's easy for us. It's casual for us to say, you know what I'm saying.
Yeah.
So, but you don't know if I'm saying, you know what I'm saying, because I want to make sure you understand what I'm saying, or you know what I'm saying, because I'm trying to figure out what I'm gonna say next. You know what I'm saying, like that.
It'd be like a blank filler, you know.
Like
what's
my transition? Like if you ever look at URL Smack, he just be like, you know what I'm saying, Shan? You know that's because he don't really have in his head
and
exact words.
That's something I was gonna say too. People words, I pay attention to them carefully because if somebody say you feel me, I feel like you coming from your spirit.
Yeah, oh yeah.
If you say, you know what I'm saying, I feel like you coming from your mind. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So
see, and I do both, and I didn't even think of that. Now you just planted another seed because I do both, but I say, you know what I'm saying, a lot on camera.
But that's natural.
you working.
That's natural though. That's
not in order.
Because just like saying and it's okay to say but it's not okay to say because it's like you don't know what you want to say, but you just want to make sure it ain't really, you're not rambling and going fast. A lot of times we know what we want to say, right? So if you ever look at people on TV, people don't realize this. When somebody's on TV, they got a teleprompter. They done wrote everything they want to say. So if they ever lose their train of thought, they just look right at it. And the teleprompter's right above. So it always look like they looking. But they reading.
Yeah.
Radio.
Did you have to do that?
I did that for the Jerry Miller show. Shout out to Jerry Miller. So Jerry Miller and Jay James were responsible for my breakthrough getting into, I'll call it the sports entertainment.
Salute to them fellas.
Yeah,
you
Jay
know
James been doing this for a long
Jay James
time.
and myself was at UVA at the same time. He's a year older, like a year ahead of me. But yeah, so Jerry Miller picked up on my Facebook stuff and reached out because he's from the 7-5.
Social media.
And he know about me from high school. So, you know, like social media powerful, bro. You use it for a positive, use it for a negative. And it's just all about.
I didn't know my balance before when I was using it, but I figured it out.
Yeah, bro.
You know
Everything's a hustle.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Like social media is definitely powerful. Definitely use. It's a tool. It's so many things you can do with it. And there's so many ways it could destroy you too.
Hell yeah.
Yes,
So
sir,
even when
man.
you enjoying it too much, you gotta know that you should be retracting soon. You know what I'm saying? Like you about to come across some shit that's gonna hurt your feelings, and some shit that's just gonna fuck your spirit up. You know
the
what I'm
bad
saying?
thing is, bro, when you type something, people can't read where you coming from. You better put like something has to clarify what you're doing.
I was saying that shit. You know what I was. On that note, we're going to cut to this break and we're going to get right into this as soon as we get back. So we back from the break, you know what I'm saying? So what we about to get into now is the last subject we was just kind of dabbling into, you know what I'm saying, as far as communication. And as far as taking it to the extent of using emojis, so what brought you to that term, you know what I'm saying, as far as like having to utilize that as well, as far as communicating through technology?
Yeah, so if y'all haven't noticed, I'm a jokester. I joke a lot. Like I'm an only child, yo, so I didn't have any brothers or sisters. I got cousins, and then I played sports since I was 5, so we talk trash all the time, we joke. And the one thing that used to get me in trouble on social media is nobody ever got when I was joking or when I was serious. So I used to put up posts and I was serious and people come on joking and I'd be joking and people take it serious. I just be like, yo, I'm doing something wrong. So I was like, let me just put these laughing faces to signify I'm joking. So I started like using emojis. I wasn't skilled in like GIFs and memes. I was never good with that at first, so I was just straight to the point. And I got to Twitter late too, so if I was on Twitter earlier, I probably...
I was a late Twitter person.
I was late as hell. I think I got to Twitter in like 13 or something.
I never made it.
I had one since like 09, but I didn't use it till like 13.
I'm about to say, me too.
I was like there
around
lurking, looking at everybody else's tweets, not saying nothing. I was lurking at that thing. What'd you say?
In the club in the corner.
It's a different type of social media.
I remember the first time somebody was like, I said something on Twitter, it was a joke, and somebody was like, I'm weak. And I was like, what? No, they just put weak. They didn't put I'm weak, they said weak. And I was like, F you, fool. Like, they were like, nah, dog.
Like it's funny.
It's funny. I was like, oh, my bad. Good.
I thought about that one for 40 minutes.
I thought that was a good joke.
Speaking of, how was the transition? Because we all was part of the transition where everything started getting abbreviated. Cause that was a different fucking world where you get LOL and LLS.
Yeah, I'm just good at LOL
and BAE. Like,
what is that?
Bay.
Oh, it's just Bay. Okay, my bad.
Yeah,
I'm a LOL dude. I do LOL all the time. Ha all the time.
Just basic still. But you still receive the other ones, you know, FYD.
Yeah. I know all them like, of course you know FOH. Everybody know FOH. If somebody come in FOH, what I say, I be like, anybody that know me know if you come in and say FOH, you're gonna get a response from me like, what you mean, dog? Like, I gotta make sure like you like F out of here laughing, or F out of here you wrong, or just F out of here I can't believe it. Like, like I need an emoji or something. You know what I'm saying? So I always be like, anytime it's like FH, I'd be like, all right, let me see what they mean. And then if they, whatever they say, I'm like, okay, then we'll have a like open dialogue. But the other ones, my daughter do all them joints. I just be like, yeah, I'm out the loop.
So you had to ask her as far as being part of that transition, because I know
I needed.
I'm a grown man too, so going through that transition was different. You know what I'm saying? It was like I ain't want to be a part of it at first. You know what I'm saying? Like, what the fuck is all of this? I'm trying to ignore that first, and then pretend like I pretend like I don't. Like,
and nobody like, yo, you can't respond.
Because
like,
it used to just be XOX, you know what I'm saying? And then it was fucking LOL. And I'm like, I didn't want to ask what all this shit means. Somebody said lots of love, and then I was like, no, they mean laughing.
I'm on the joints on the page. I'm on the 911 on the pages and stuff like that.
Yo, sometimes I don't even use words. I just send emojis, bro.
Yeah.
Just because sometimes you just want to do something different, bro. You just be like, let me see if they can get it.
That's right. You know what I think started that was Twitter because of the character limitation.
Yeah.
That's why I'm still like more of a Facebook person than Twitter or Instagram. Like Facebook is my domain to where everything I do is on Twitter, and all the guys that go to UVA be like, yo, you an old head. You need to, like, that's for old heads. I'm like, fool, I'm old. Like, what you want me to do? And that's where I started at. Like, I try to do Periscope.
It's what
try to do Instagram Live.
You see, because they all big platforms.
Yeah.
The same people that thrive on Facebook, not thriving on Instagram.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, that's it.
So realistically, how do you deal with like criticism and like just miscommunications?
Oh shit, man, you gotta take it in stride. So I think me playing football and always being under the microscope and being able to be criticized by folks who can't do what you do, or even the folks that can, you just gotta kind of see who's saying it, and kind of understand, like kind of know their pattern. Like some folks come in, I got a couple people that follow me, but they just follow me to talk shit. Follow to see to get that reaction. Follow to see if Ball Hawker, Petty Hawker come out and attack me. a lot of people got a goal of, that's my alter ego for people at home. Petty Hawk is the real aggressive one that's gonna really like dig his heels in and be like Kevin Hart was in the clubhouse and defend.
I feel like we all need one of those.
You know what I'm saying? Everybody need an alter ego to where they can just have an excuse just to go in.
Technically, we the energy, so we can create whatever we want on the outside.
Yeah,
so if you have, I mean, you got your home personality, your work personality, your friend personality, your wife personality.
You know what they call that? Code switching. In a sense, you code switching. I know that's usually a racial thing. You know, you around whites, you talk like this. You around blacks, you gotta be, you know what I'm saying? Because if you talk like this around the blacks, dog, you a square.
Yeah.
You know
I call it speaking people's language.
That too.
Yeah. I mean, same. It's all different perspectives, different words, adjectives, but you have to do that. You can't go in up in UVA area and be like, "What's up with it, my nigga?" Niggas gonna be like,
"What?
What do you mean?"
You be like, "Yo, dog,
you know what I mean?
You ain't being you." I'm like, "Bro, you ain't even you at work. You're not really you. You know what face you gotta put on at that moment, cause life is a hustle. You gotta hustle. That's why always people like, yo, how can you do this to that? Cause I'm hustling. I'm going out to get that bag. I'm gonna go get that bag. I'm gonna go get this bag. Like,
it's like field work. It's a new time, new generation. We ain't, you know what I'm saying? Not meaning like slave field, but I mean like when people used to live off the land. And you know what I'm saying? Like,
but at the end of the day, I'm pulling my people with me.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? At the end of the day, I'm teaching my students like, dog, like, you come in cussing and stuff. It's a perception now. It's an implicit bias already. As soon as you step in the building, like, what the F going? Implicit bias. As soon as they, oh my God, a young black male, he cursing. Oh yeah, he's a troublemaker. And even if you get in trouble, do you know why he getting in trouble? You know what I'm saying? Are you gonna go to the core? Like, are you doing this just so he won't disrupt you and your day could get better? Or are you truly tapping into his soul, trying to make sure that he can survive outside the building? You know what I'm saying? I know I just jumped to something crazy,
I feel
but
like you gotta learn how to do both.
Yeah,
you know what
man.
I'm saying? Like I like to use all the words that I learn sometimes, you know what I'm saying? There's very few that I minimized out, but I like to use all of them. And the ones that people call cursed, I don't specifically use those words or see those same words as curse words, you know what I'm saying? It's not my same perception. So,
Yeah.
But learning, you know what I'm saying, like, I know I have to speak a different language when I go in these environments over here, you know what I'm saying? But this is my free language. I don't put any ill intentions on it when I'm saying, oh shit, you know what I'm saying? Like,
but you know what them words do to folks? I say that when I'm running. Shout out to Prolific Running Crew. I say this to them all the time when I run and when I'm encouraging them. I said, curse words make you look. Somebody could be like, dang. Yeah. They probably laugh and keep going, but somebody like, oh fuck. They look. It's curse. I don't want to get biblical, but they call it curse words. It's gonna get your spirit to look. You gonna look. Anybody if somebody came outside right now and just dropped MF or the B word real loud, we gonna peep.
Yeah.
Somebody be like, hey girl. But it's crazy how curse words, people will rather say don't curse. But you got their attention now.
Yeah.
Because they're trying to say, hey, don't say that. But like, all right, well, let me correct myself. Now you can get it. Now they're going to be receptive. Whatever you got to say, because you got their attention. When I be running with the group, dog, I drop F-bombs after F-bomb after F-bomb after F-bomb. And some people like, oh my God, why you cussing so much? I be like, you tired now? Because you just said something to me.
But those curse words aren't the words that I feel like be the ones people be killing themselves over. You know what I'm saying? It's the word fat. You know what I'm saying?
Now, them the ones that cut.
Stupid. Those the ones
said,
that people...
You said the safe F word. I ain't going to say the other F word, but that F word will get you punished these days.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Yeah. It's for the LGBTQ. When you say that word, you say that F word, that's more powerful than a curse word.
Man, I feel like if I'm not fighting somebody physically, I feel like if I want to call you a faggot, I'm going to call you a faggot. Simple process.
But that's just...
And you might not even have to be a faggot. You know what I'm saying? That's like me calling you a dick or a pussy. You know what I'm saying? Like, but I'm putting those ill intentions. It just depends on how I'm putting my intentions behind it. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah,
but
the context of what you're using.
Yeah, I don't feel like there's no safe way to say faggot, but if I'm using it, I'm trying to cut you. So obviously that's the purpose.
Bro, I got in trouble on Twitter. Not on Twitter. I got in trouble because of Twitter. Because somebody called me. And you see, I ain't even comfortable saying it because I got reprimanded. I don't even feel comfortable saying it. But the dude tweeted to me, said that I was the F word. I retweeted it and said, what's wrong if I was? Man, and I didn't realize I was talking Virginia sports. So when I retweeted it, it got attached to, I said it to Virginia sports fans. And they tried to get at me like, he ain't representing the university right because he just said that word. And I was like, no, somebody said it to me. They're like, but you retweeted it. It's yours now. And I was like, what? So I was like, I said, now I know. I was like, ain't no, once somebody got a stance, bro, they ain't gonna back off of it. I always say, me personally, if I'm talking with somebody, my goal is not to change your mind. My goal is to get you to understand where I'm coming from.
Yes.
I ain't in the business of changing minds.
Yeah.
I'm in the business of, can you empathize where I'm coming from and understand? And I'm going to understand where you come from. Because I'm going to give you that respect. It ain't about me trying to make... Why am I going to change? You change your own mind. You change your own mind. I change mine. If I read the Bible and I interpret it this way...
Yeah.
That's my interpretation. Not saying it's right or wrong, but that's life.
Yeah, but you can't fucking get on somebody over saying faggot when they've been saying nigga for a long time. Like, I don't give a fuck about none of that shit.
Oh, we see that?
Come on now. I don't give a fuck about none of that shit. Like, at the end of the day, like, if you want to act like a nigga, which we say that term as like homeboy,
yeah.
You know what I'm saying? But to say it in a derogatory way, you using it with ignorant intentions. You know what I'm saying? So then that's completely fucking different. You know what I'm saying? So that's just like when we say, oh shit, or you shit ass motherfucker, the shit you add on to it. You know what I'm saying? Like, it's completely different. So over here, we try to tell people, be more mindful of the intentions, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah,
once you pay attention to the intentions, then you can equate how you feel about the words, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah, that's real.
And that's when, like, that's where consciousness, awareness, and perception comes from. And that's why I don't even engage with a lot of people, because you can have a variation of any, or you could be balanced in it.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? And if, like you said, if you don't understand the context of what I'm saying, or if you're not aware enough to ask the context of what I'm saying, I don't even have the energy to give to you more than likely. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's a waste.
That's real. That's real, man. Like,
I don't like doing all that tiptoeing. I understand we gotta maneuver out here a certain way, but you know,
it just all depends. Like, you know, it just all depends on.
I wouldn't intentionally do that to somebody unless it was a personal situation, and then I felt like, you know what I'm saying, they on the opposite end of the spectrum now. It's war, you know what I'm saying? I'm looking at them like they an opponent, they the enemy now. Yeah. That would be the only time I would perceive something that way, you know what I'm saying? Other than that, I wouldn't just throw the shit out, you know what I'm saying? I know mad gay people, you know what I'm saying? People that wasn't gay before, that's gay now, people that's been gay, you know what I'm saying? I got family members, like, that shit don't bother me. I would never use that shit towards them. I done used that word towards more straight niggas to piss them off.
And that's the thing. And that's the thing too. Like when somebody picks a side without asking for clarity, I feel like you already had an idea of what you think would be.
Yep.
Yeah.
Anyway,
they
you know what I mean.
No benefit of that
at all. You know. Yeah. So I agree.
Yeah,
that's real.
It's a very tough world, and you gotta walk lightly. You know what I'm saying? But
it ain't easy being in this world of being in front of a camera or behind a mic, fam.
Yeah.
Like, whether you watching, I mean, you know, you got your YouTube channels, your podcast, like, so much responsibility that come with it, just depending on the lane that you in.
Yeah.
And when you try to jump in various lanes, you gotta know the rules of each lane, and you gotta be cognizant at all times of that lane. And it's almost like you gotta build like principles to protect yourself, that you know when you know, getting close to that line. You know what I'm saying?
I was just about to ask you that. You already answered it.
What's that?
How do you know when you're straying too far from yourself, or you're staying in one demographic too long?
My spirit had talked to me. So, like, I'm gonna use Virginia, like, cause Virginia people always, and you ask that question, like, how can I do ball hawk and ball hawk? So you got UVA sports ball hawk is very, like, it's PG, but it's more like supportive because I'm talking about college players. So my former college player is going to have me more protective of them, of what's said of them. So when I criticize them, I'm teaching.
Yeah.
Anything I say about a player, whether it's basketball or football, I've said to them because I have a relationship with them. So I'm cognizant I got personal relationships.
Intentions are different.
Yeah, so if I go in on a bad game that they have, I'm giving you jewels the whole time. I'm breaking down what you should have done. So it's not that I'm just dismissing you. I'm showing you that I got so much admiration and expectation for you that I see your potential. So when I'm coming at you, you receiving it. Because I'm not like, man, you trash. Yo, they need to bench you. I go from, no, what you need to do is X, Y, Z, because you didn't do this on this play. And I kind of see where you come from. I try to get into their lens at their age, right? And then I have fans say I'm babying, I'm scared, I'm compromised, media. All any little words, because they want to see Petty Hawk come out. Yeah. So I have a rant episode, and I've learned that if I tap Petty Hawk, I get a pass to really cut them, like go at a fan, right? Yeah. So if I say Petty Hawk, now I can step over that line. Yeah. Because Ball Hawk is not attached no more. And they know Petty Hawk is going to
create another character because this is such a simulation. Fuck.
Yeah. Hey,
you know what I'm saying?
But even then though, I know I can't. I'm not gonna curse.
Yeah.
'Cause I'm still, so whether I like it or not, whether fair or unfair,
you can use
I'm still
dark energy a little bit more.
Yeah, I'm still a representation of the university because I graduated from there and I played ball there and I got an iconic play. So I know that they're going to grab to everything I say. So when I come at a fan or fans and the stance they have, I got to make sure I come correct. Because you only, cliche, you only get one shot. But if you jump out there and your ass wrong, they will punish you.
Yeah.
That fan base with you, and this fan base is strong.
Hell yeah.
You know what I'm saying? And I'm just by myself. Y'all see my podcast. I'm my engineer. I'm my research department. I'm my editor. Like, it's me. So if they, and I'm reading everything. You know what I'm saying? So I read the feedback. I screenshot, yes, I'm petty. I would screenshot a hater.
It's petty hawk talking.
Yeah, I would screenshot a hater
and post it.
A real hater, not somebody who's giving me constructive criticism, but somebody just cutting me a new one. You are my motivation now. I'm gonna make you say, yo, he had a great podcast episode. You know what I'm saying? Like, and I'm gonna reach out to you and be like, dog, 2 episodes ago you said this. I'm glad you showed me that you can be wrong, because I wanted to make it a point to shut your ass up. So that's how I take negative energy.
It's fuel.
Yeah, dog.
Fuel,
Like every
on
day.
the opposite end of the spectrum is fuel. It's like when somebody tell me I can't do something. Like, I don't even like using that word, but since you believe in it and saying I can't do it,
I'm gonna show you how much.
now I'm about to show you. I ain't even about to sit here and talk about it. You know,
Like,
what
how
I'm
would we
saying?
be
Like,
if everybody always agreed with us and
I
say,
did sports
hey
my
man, you
whole
gonna be
life,
great,
so
bro.
I know. Look,
Hey man, oh yeah, you gonna make it. Guess what? So when somebody, real talk, when somebody, cause I do it too, when somebody be like, you got a goal, right? And somebody just quick say, oh dog, you gonna reach it, you gonna be good. What do we do?
sit back like, you right.
I knew I was on the right
You know what I'm
path.
saying?
I knew I was that nigga when
Yeah,
I
you
pulled
start
up.
feeding yourself
Yeah, but then you
comfortable-
told me.
comfortable feedback.
So now I
To
know
where
I'm
you
that
like
nigga.
you like lackluster, right?
Yeah.
But if you say you got this goal that's hard, and somebody be like, I don't know, dog, because blah 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 blah. All you heard was I don't know, dog. You like, you mother.
Yeah.
What? And he telling you real stuff, and you looking like, all right.
That's
so
all I
your
can think about
whole
next.
pursuit of that goal is the yo,
wrong.
I'm gonna shut Ball Hawk up because he doubted me. And as soon as you achieve it, I could be the first one to congratulate you, and you be like, nah.
Yeah.
You said I wasn't gonna do it.
Yeah.
That's just your motivational switch that drove you. Now you gotta pump it because it's like, bro,
Yeah.
I was that energy you need. That's why when a hater come at me, I need that energy. You are humbling me. You are keeping me grounded. That's why when people be like, yo, Hawk, I be like, dog, I'm an independent artist. I'm out the Trump. I ain't make shit. I ain't no ESPN. I ain't no Fox Sports. I ain't on none of them. I'm in Charlottesville. I'm on Facebook.
Yeah.
I got local, what's the word I'm looking for?
Acknowledgement.
No, sponsors. I got a mainstream sponsor now, but even that deal ain't as sweet as everybody think. You know what I'm saying? Just like when that athlete go to the pros and he got a Nike deal. People don't know. That motherfucker got a gear deal. Meaning, what's your size? Shoe, pants, shirt,
we got
hoodie.
you.
Anything you want in that size.
No other
You can't get
sizes.
no other sizes. And people be like, oh, you got Nike, dog, give me some Nike.
You wear my size?
Yeah. Like UVA, I'm a former player. People say, oh, dog, give me a polo. Unless you wear the same size as me, I can't do nothing for you.
That's part of the perception is reality thing.
Yeah.
As long as you attach to a name or a brand, or you just have a face to attack. Like I heard a comedian say, like, yo, black people mad at all white people because we don't have a white face. Like every other like tragedy or something has a face to attack. So you attack that one person, but he was like, y'all don't got one, so all of y'all get attacked.
Yeah. That's what's up. No, that I mean
You talk about ball hawk,
Yeah.
petty hawk, and
Yeah.
they attack each one
They
differently.
attack each one different. Like if a shout out to Damian Banks, cause he even showed me how we are wired.
Yeah.
So I do for real.
Yeah.
BCBA. He helped catapult me too.
Yeah.
Cause he gave me a mic on the day, like, dog, call one of the games. You talk about this trash. You be doing the radio.
And that's when they turn the camera more on you. Him out there talking all this
so
shit.
that's when I just started. You know what I'm saying? So that got me ready for doing it. So many people were influences to me that I never not talk about Jerry Miller or Jay James or Tanisha or Corbin or Snake. Like, that's how they all molded me on some old call my bluff. Like when they gave my own show, Natural Son, dog, I was not ready. Dog, I wasn't even writing a script, bruh. I'm up there doing a radio show with nothing on my screen. I'm just trying to go through ESPN and look for scores. I ain't know how to prepare. Nobody.
While you were talking.
Yeah.
Right.
Nobody prepared me, bro.
Yeah.
So of course I'm a bomb. Until my wife was like, yo, prepare. So it's just one of the things that you gotta, like he said, people gonna attack a face. So I do voiceovers for UVA football now. They hype videos, right?
Mm-hmm.
And Snake goes, that's my boy. Then he hit me up like, but that don't sound like ball.
It's like when you call somebody and they think you at work, you be like, hello, hi, and then you change it. Oh,
That ain't the ball I be hitting at Thompson, dog. You won't like that. And I was like, Snake, they don't want
They don't
that.
let me be.
They don't want
Ahmad Hawkins.
Yeah. Cause I've done reads and I'd be like, yeah, and we like go catch the ball. I do something to where I cut the G off.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? They be like, no, enunciate it
clearly.
Yeah, say it clear. Like read it. Cause I'll read what they write. And I'll freestyle like how I'ma say it. I'll be like, yeah, Virginia sports, we coming in here, we going hard, we gonna catch it, we gonna throw the field.
Coming in here.
I'm doing the Method Man joint. Between every sentence, they're like, what is that?
Not saying.
You know what I'm saying? I think I'm Serious Jones on Smack. I'm doing like this. Listen, yeah, because I was like,
we don't need all that personality.
I did a highlight video for UVA for they played Tech last year, and they had the camera like pan like right here to my face, right?
That's too close.
And he's giving me the lines to say.
Oh my God.
And it was like beat Tech, win the coast. I was like, beat Tech, win the coast. They're like, whoa, Coastal got 1-0. Why you add 2 more Coastal? Like, no,
Enunciate.
you know what I'm saying? Enunciate. And I was like, huh?
He was like, what?
They was like, yo, take out the pop, stop popping them. Y'all put the pop filter on the mic because every B. You know what I'm saying? When we talk, we like, you know what I'm saying? B, that B.
We just let that shit flow.
Yeah,
However that shit flow.
But that's just what you said, man. It goes to like the identifying, read the room. If somebody from Ball Hawk, Petty Hawk fan base that see me on Facebook Live talking hella trash and laughing, listen to a UVA breakdown podcast, they gonna be like, yo, who the hell is that?
They gonna roast
that ain't Hawk. Yeah, hit me because of course I come in with the Pusha T 757.
Yeah.
I come in with music they know.
Yeah.
I come in with the sound they know, the bird call, and you'll hear a little joke. Now the good thing about me, I still sprinkle in a joke as myself breaking down.
So you can still keep
You know what I'm saying? So
it's just more you. You know how to keep it them, but more you in there.
So when I'm writing my script to the podcast, it's like an MC. I gotta know like every 3 or 4 lines, throwing humor. Every couple lines, throwing humor. All right, this is the analytical part though. If it's the analytical part, it's X and O's. You gonna get Stephen A. Smith, Ryan Clark, not Stephen A. but Ryan Clark because he know football. Sorry, Stephen A. But you gonna get that. You gonna get the meat and potatoes now.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? And then once I'm done, I'm gonna say a joke. I always wrap up something serious with a joke that concludes what I'm saying.
Yeah, man. That's something I like to do too because it breaks down people's barriers, man.
Yeah, bro. Like I can merge the worlds without compromising both sides.
It's almost like softening the soil so you can plant the seed.
Yeah, bro.
That's all it is.
Yeah, I'm not limiting myself to just.
Yeah.
I'm gonna say the elephant in the room. People say, yo, somebody asked me like, who's your biggest supporters? Our culture or the other culture?
As far as your fan base, the other culture.
And at first, all I paid attention to was the other culture. And I was doing myself and my culture a disservice because I wasn't even tapping into them to see if they truly support me. I just felt like they wouldn't. No different than my clothing line, Shut the Hell Up Juice. We are the most difficult folks to gain that trust.
Yeah.
So I should be going to my own folks to gain that trust because once they trust you, they gonna ride for you. Not saying the other side won't ride for you, but they gonna be the ones that's gonna make sure it's genuinely good.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Because it's no different than we talk about comedians. What's the one comedian people say ain't funny but funny in movies?
Kevin Hart.
And it took one of his peers who was funny in stand-up and I in movies. They the polar opposite. Cat.
Yeah.
They the polar opposite. Cat do great stand-up. Kevin's a storyteller, so it's alright to folks. Because sooner or later they get tired of it.
Yeah,
they want to hear a joke. They want to hear a punchline.
You
know what I'm saying? But Kevin in the movie is playing, it look like it's the same damn character, but he just
being him.
Now imagine if he tried to do a drama and then make me laugh.
I seen him in a drama.
The joint where he was the aide.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That was a remake of another movie.
Yeah, and people hated that. And I thought that was like, yo, that's just like something. But to me, when somebody step outside themselves in a sense, like I like Denzel in Training Day, because I had never seen him as a bad guy.
That shit hard.
At first, I thought it was whack. I like this shit whack. That ain't Denzel. And
it's hard to see people than something other than you perceive them as originally. Like you have to be open
until you get used to being
able to just
process.
You just gotta be open to it because it's hard. Even seeing Jamie Foxx in the Django, I can't process that to this day.
That's still hard. But I always just try to utilize the energy. I'm like, this was supposed to be a culture.
You mean Jamie or Samuel?
Jamie.
No, Samuel was believable.
Oh, I got you.
Samuel was very
like when I seen Jamie, I was just like, I can't buy this.
I got you.
But before we dig too more further in, you know what I'm saying, we gotta cut to a break and we're gonna slide back to y'all.
All right, so we back from the break. So I was wondering, man, like, where were you born? Where were you raised, man?
Shoot, man, I'm from Newport News, Virginia. Bad news, stand up. So grew up in Newport News, then ended up going to Hampton City schools in the 6th grade. So to put it in like Charlottesville terms, like going from CHS to AHS or AHS to CHS, just depending on, because Hampton High School to the eyes of Newport News is like squares.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So that's why I didn't want, I didn't want to label which one was the square.
Well, I went like, you know what I'm saying? Growing up here, I went to CHS, so that was just a perception.
Yeah, it's a perception.
I went to Albemarle.
So it's a perception. Not saying you ain't got real G's wherever school, but when I went to Hampton City schools, like, I had a lot of success at Hampton High. Won, championships. National championship my senior year, was All-American, but my roots are from the bad news. Like, so like I'm proud of that.
So I used to be around there with my mom's and her friends and stuff when I was younger. It was a gritty environment.
Yeah.
What was it? What was it like growing up in that
friend out
shit?
There
Make
too.
you grow up quick, man. Make you grow up quick.
Like what kind of stuff was it to do as a kid? What kind of stuff did you
fight?
See? He said we fought. That's what we did. You know
what I'm saying? Like,
that shit was almost kind of the thing.
You would get on each other's shoulders and fight on the like try to knock each other down on the sidewalk. Chicken fight. Yeah, you know what? Yeah, we chicken fight. I mean, you was straight up. Everybody was a wrestler, so you had the mattress and stuff. Yeah. Or we would fight. We would wrestle on the grass, and we made our own championship belts back then. So we was anything physical. That's what we did in Newport News, man. And we played baseball, doing baseball season, football season, basketball. Of course, you had the nightlife. Well, back then, like, we weren't really pushing no crack in Newport News, but you dabbled in being a runner for weed.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So you had a book bag with no books. I call it the book bag with bricks, but it won't books. So that's when I realized I was fast, dabbling into the underworld. But the underworld helped me and my mom out, because I ran through some tough patches, getting the lights cut off and being able to provide with the family. Not trying to glorify it, but sometimes the trap help you.
Yeah. So like, cause from what you said, I could see that you realized somewhere along the line, like, I was tapped into some stuff real early.
Looking back, so when I talk to my students, or I'm going, like I speak to high schools, college, whatever, when I talk to the youth, they are my therapy, because I get to reflect on some shit like, I should be dead, or I should have got caught right here. There's no way I should have made it through. Like, my son is 10 years old. I told my wife a couple months ago, I was like, at his age, at like 12, 1 o'clock, I was out on the block.
Yeah.
I was walking blocks.
I was telling you, man.
Doing dumb stuff.
Yeah.
Not knowing. And for $20, $30. It wasn't like I was getting compensated for being in the military. The money you get double them paid depending on the zone that you in, as far as how dangerous. I'm right in the zone, and I'm getting I think that's 10 years old back then. In the 80s, $20 was a lot of money.
Yeah.
You know, you get a big blow, like the big blow joints for like
they had
a penny.
Candies and
Exactly. So yeah, I take that back. Yeah, he was like, I was caking when I was caking up. You get gas for 69 cents a gallon. So my bad. To the OGs, y'all did your boy right. I take that back. You know what I'm saying? Now that I think about it, inflation.
Yeah.
But yeah, man, it wasn't. Like I said, it ain't nothing that I'm going for. I always tell, young men at Blue Ridge if I go visit them or if they on EM electronic monitoring, I always say the difference between them and me was that I was fortunate if I didn't get caught. I just ran real fast and got the hell out of Dodge. You know what I'm saying? No telling if I would have finally got caught and got in the system.
Or some people just be in it too long, so they get caught. Even
and I had OGs like, yo, little dude, get up out of here. Once they saw me run, and they knew I was like reliable. Like if you give it to him, he ain't getting caught. You know, it's like they were like, Lil Hawk ain't gonna get caught. So they was like, yo, and they saw me playing pickup football. They was like, yo, you should play football. And it went from the OGs like making sure I got the practice and making sure I was fed at night when my mom was working. And going to school, trying to better our situation. And then my mom moved to Richmond. Once my mom moved to Richmond, when I was transitioning to the 6th grade, I had to live with my big mother, who was the grandmama on my mom's side. We call her Big Mama. They from North Carolina, so it's Big Daddy, Big Mama. So she, once I moved in with her, she instilled like rules. Like if I didn't do my homework, couldn't go to practice. And I'm like, the fuck? Like I'm going to practice to my uncle's. Uncle Buck, Uncle Junior used to put that belt on me. I'm like, yo, I'm tired of getting these beatings, dog.
I ain't going to practice.
Yeah. So I'm gonna do this homework. You know what I'm saying? So I can go to practice.
The fuck out of here.
It's just being hurt. I don't want to be in the house all day. Like for a month, I fought it, and I was like, yo, I ain't gonna win this battle. And then when I had to sit down and do homework, I'm like, yo, what the hell am I doing? Because I ain't really do work like that. So I took my Aunt Laverne, who recently passed away. And I'm born on her birthday. My Aunt Laverne, who was the oldest, my mom, and then me, we got the same birthday, December 10th. So I was born my mom's 19th birthday.
How the universe works.
You know what I'm saying? So yeah, so my mom leaves to go to Richmond. Who's teaching me responsibility and become a mother figure is my Aunt Laverne, who I'm connected with in the universe anyway because of our birthday. So once I had people tapping into what they saw in me, like my Aunt Laverne was like, yo, you could be more than just somebody that just played football and a knucklehead. Like you're smart, you just don't know it, but you got to work at it. Just because you failed don't mean you dumb. It's that you got to prepare better. So she taught me how to prepare, and then my big mother gave me structure, and then my big mama brought me into the church. So my grandma, my dad's side, we call her Mom. And my granddaddy, Dad. D-A-M-A, and then Big Mama, Big Daddy. So my two grandmothers brought me into the church, and it was 2 different Baptist churches. But looking at both of them, they were both pulling me to the word as like that protection, because like if we get you focused on this, you won't be focused on that. I went wherever that could hold my attention, bro. I'm the only child. I got imagination, so. If you can say, yo, let's go to church, I'm going to go. But if ain't nobody home and I'm hungry, they go to these streets and the streets say do this and this and that. That's what I'm going to do. It ain't about right or wrong. It's about surviving.
So, like, I was the only child for about 12 years. And then my brother younger than me, so I was pretty much still out there by myself. So, like, when you stepped in the church, you got those words of wisdom, that encouragement. You stepped in the church. Did it do something for you? It seems like you got more like a spiritual thing from it than a religious. Like,
so back when I was young, I mean, it was boring. You know what I'm saying? Like I didn't understand. I mean, I went to all the Bible studies they told me to go to, and it never. I would say
registered mentally.
It was in my spirit, but I didn't realize. It's no different than when people say, I just listen to the beat, I didn't listen to the words. Oh, the words going into you. You know what I'm saying? So people were speaking to my spirit, and I was receiving all this info, but I didn't know it. But how I was moving, they was tapping in, like it would tap in then. You feel what I'm saying? So go from fighting you know, I tell people all the time, I was going to Lindsay Middle School, I used to have to walk past this apartment complex called Sweetbriar and Brittany. So how they were, like Sweetbriar, I think Sweetbriar was the front and Brittany was the back, or vice versa. But when you walking on the street, you see the apartment complex. You don't realize it's two different apartment complexes, one. Yeah. And they had cliques, like some real like, a bang on your ass.
Nah,
and my grandma was living in one of the houses, so I wasn't affiliated. So I'm walking past there, and lo and behold, I get into a fight at Lindsay, because I'm coming from Newman News, so nobody know me.
Yeah.
So you gotta square up. I was also more BS just playing around in recess, and not knowing that one of the people I got into it lived in those apartment complexes. Naive. Dog, I walked into school one day, and the fools pop out.
Squad.
I'm like, y'all get down like this? Because I lived in Glen Gardens in Newman News, and we used to fight like Woodsong and Newsom Park. Yeah. So we clicked up like that, but I didn't register that Hampton got down like that too. So I'm walking by myself, dog, and bow, they just pop up on me and say, what's up now? I'm like, whoa, wait a minute.
That nigga's too deep.
You know what I'm saying? And the dude that I get into it with jump out like, so talk that now. I'm like, oh, these your friends? Wait a minute. So this apartment complex is like, cause I'm from Glen Gardens. They were like, Glen Gardens, what's that? I was like, fool, it's like 3 miles around the corner, lady.
Yeah.
Please walk with me down there, cause I got homies that's still there. You know what I'm saying?
We can go together.
Please, fall over there in the tailpipe and come. Let me show you where I came from. Cause soon as we hit the block, I'm hey, right here. So yeah, I got yeah, man. Yeah, Bill Mom had to start taking me to school early.
Yeah.
Cause it won't go end good.
Yeah, cause it's gonna be some smoke either way.
Yeah, they was catching me.
They was
even though Sweetbriar's right by Lindsay, it's probably like a half a mile. It was just too many of them. Yeah. I was like, I'm tired. I ain't Jean-Claude Van Damme or Wesley Snipes too many times. So
yeah, man, you gotta know when to hold them, know when to fold them.
I was like, yo, my man, we good? Like that was yesterday. Like.
I mean, I know I pecked you out, but I thought it was over.
Like, you got a good look in,
when you come back with the squad, they just supposed to be there.
I always say this, man.
The way it's set up now, you're going to get jumped.
You're going to get shot.
Yeah, now you're going to get shot.
Now you're going to get shot. Back then, we were fortunate they didn't shoot. You might get stabbed. Yeah. Not to kill you, but they stab you like your arm or they just slice you. Now.
You don't want to get knocked out.
It's gunplay down, bro. It ain't. It's sad that somebody get you to the point to where they say something to you, you feel like you gotta just end them. Yeah. You ended both of y'all. And it's a domino effect. Because everybody got somebody that's gonna
come back or retaliate that wants to.
And you don't know, and it's just not you, bro. People go for people around you now.
Yeah.
And you know, I think that's what made me have cause to pause when I left the life but was still like fighting in school and like banging. And getting with the dudes who was banging in Hampton and coming down with the clique they had. It wasn't Bloods and Crips then. You had like the White Sox, Baby Raiders, the Raiders. You had different, they don't exist no more, but they transitioned to colors now.
Yeah.
And banging with them and being nice, like you take L's, but if you known to be able to bang and like punish motherfuckers, like
you gonna get some respect.
Now they like, yo, all right. He gonna punish me, but who is that? So my grandma pick me up, or my cousin come. Yeah. They want to jump them,
or they just gonna shoot you off the rip.
Yeah. So once
he known for knocking niggas, I'm about to shoot this nigga.
So once that came about, I was like, yo, I gotta get out of this. So Bill Mom was like, yo, you just gonna stay in the house. So if I think the second, so after Christmas of the 6th grade all the way to the 8th grade, I didn't go nowhere. Yo. Bill Mama like quarantined my ass to make them forget about me. I couldn't talk on the phone like that. Like Bill Mama straight put me on house arrest before house arrest.
She was preserving your life.
She did.
She was preserving your life. You know what I'm saying? On a bigger scale. A lot of people were perceiving it in a different way. You know what I'm saying? But on a bigger scale, she preserved your life.
Shit. And when I was in the 7th grade, the room that I stayed in at Glen Gardens got shot up.
Yeah, that's crazy.
Just on some random
Just on yeah, they got shot up. I mean, I got shot at before. I got grazed. That's like getting grazed. Just feel just as worth getting shot. Heat is heat.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? shoulder blade, keloid. Like that ain't fun.
So
I've
like,
only been close to hear the Whizzes, but I
Oh
haven't.
no, that hey, I tell you what,
Whizzes
I respect anybody. Look, I respect anybody that.
Been hit a grace,
Check this out, bro.
Whizzes
Anybody that lived that life, that had that heat towards them and felt the heat, like whether it's or on some real G stuff, that's been hit, burned, missed, and continue to stay in the game. Salute to you. You better than me. Cause all it took was one time, and I was like, no. You know what I'm saying? I was like, Red Daddy, you want some of this, old man? No, nope. You know what I'm
so
saying?
was that like your only like perceived near-death experience?
Yeah, that was my only one. I was fortunate enough, man, that I was just a runner. Like, in every literal sense. Like I was still on you and run. We get in. You know what I'm saying? I ran, bro. I used my speed for the betterment of my life, bro.
Yeah.
My speed saved my life a lot. Like, yeah. Saved my life.
Any
Buying
sense of
Britney.
word.
Oh my God, dog. Hey, shout out to Charlamagne God. I'm just like him. If I see odds against me, I'm out.
Count.
He said, hey, yo, let me get a drop.
Yeah, I'm out. You know what I'm saying? Roll with that punch.
They had to do him like that.
You know what I'm saying? 1-on-1, I'm fine. 1-on-2, I might try to see if I'm Wesley Snipes, but other than that, y'all got to catch me.
Yeah.
So like, all right, so in that moment, like that, like in a predicament where you might lose your life, how did it affect your mind? How did it affect you afterwards? You know what I mean?
You just replay it in your head over and over. You know what I'm saying? Like, everybody think they're invincible, can't be touched. I know Roy Jones had a song called Can't Be Touched, but you can get touched. And, you know, it just goes to show that some people, like the OGs, you know, encourage you to play ball and get out of life. And then you got people your age don't want to see that you got out because they can't get out or they don't have anything to get them out. So, like I said, man, my big mama quarantined me for damn near 3 years. And ended up building friendships that changed my life. Like, to this day, like my brother, Mike Dupree, who got his own shop, Hampton Roads Custom in Hampton, Virginia, Mercury, was a dude that grew up in the military, so he had to learn to make friends every year, and they end up, you know, staying in Hampton, and so that became permanent. So we befriended my homeboy Carl from McKenzie too. It's like the three of us. We built a great friendship to where they were like me, very reclusive and stayed within. They didn't branch off to that, you know, the life I came from. So it was hard for me to transition, not being chaotic anymore too. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, man. I had a friend, man, that after we were friends for a couple years, he had told me like, yo, I used to tease you about being in the crib all the time and listening to your moms because won't nobody calling and checking for me, and I wanted that. He was like, and you always wanted to come out. You know, he was like, but when everybody go in the crib, you just out here by yourself.
You is,
you know
bro.
what I mean?
I mean, it's savages out here, bro. Because people they trying to get what they don't have. You know what I'm saying? So when I didn't have, I gotta eat. You was food.
And they trying to do it by any means.
By
You know
any
what I'm
means, bro.
saying? Once you get to a place to where you can get it by any means, but you got principles and morals, then it'll start to make a bigger difference.
It
You know
do,
what
man.
I'm saying? But the way it's set up, they put the quick fast in front of you, so you want the quick fast. You know what I'm saying? Instead of that longevity, which is going to last you longer.
Yeah. I mean, so my big mama got me baptized when I was 16, right? Still wasn't fully in my walk. What opened my eyes, because you're talking about near-death experience, it took my two cousins getting murdered in Hampton, well, outright, actually. Dude murdered my cousin Shanelo and Saron Gibson. I mean, like, shot them more than 10 times apiece when I was here. And, you know, I scored my first touchdown ever versus Florida State, a school that my cousin, who I idolized, went to. And the next week, I tear 2 ligaments in my ankle, have surgery, didn't take any finals, almost got kicked out, had to go in front of the board to see if they was going to kick me out or put me on probation. I got a dean to write on my behalf, religious study class. Well, I made sure I went to that class, like one of the classes I went to.
Yeah.
She wrote on my behalf to allow me to keep my scholarship. They put me on probation. So end up staying in school. And as soon as I'm fighting that storm, I get news that they get killed. And all I remember is just like being emotional. Because how I found out was a friend from home. I was dating her friend, roommate. And I was going up to my girlfriend at the time's room. And I was on crutches. And she came on the hotel. She was like, "Oh, you know Chanelo and Saran? They got murdered." Damn. She didn't know they was my cousin.
Yeah.
So that's how I found out my cousins got murdered. Who I was close to was Chanelo, who looked like the dude from Camp Low, the dark skinned one, looked just like him. You know, Lucchini, you know, I don't understand. This is it. What? Lucchini.
Yeah, I remember that song.
So he looked like him. So that's how I found out they got murdered. I just remember like holding in my tears. Cause I'm a man and that's a female. I ain't gonna cry. And then she looked at me and she was like, "What's wrong with you?" I didn't realize I was already bawling and crying. And went up there, and the girl I was dating at the time was real heavy in the book, and I was just like, "Yo, I ain't reading that." And remember going to sleep back, and went back to my room, went to sleep that night, and the name of the dude who killed them, who they didn't know, came in my dream. I can't tell you the name to this day, but on Everything I Love, his name came to me when I was asleep. And a month later, or whenever they find out who did it, it was the same exact name. Granted, I didn't talk to anybody at home when I found that out.
How did that experience affect you?
Though I wanted to turn back into a savage, like F everything. Like I had gained a lot of weight. I was like over 200 pounds for the first time ever. I wasn't really rehabbing my injury. I was just depressed, bro, like in a rut. I would just eat, stay in my room.
And how did that experience when you heard the name in your dream affect you? Cause
I didn't know what that meant. You feel what I'm saying? Like the name came. I was like, "Yo, like what the fuck?" Like I just thought my mom was playing tricks on me. And then I'm checking the paper, seeing what's going on with the case, and then when the name popped up, I was like, "Yo, that's the name that was in my dream." And I don't know, man. I just got home and Bible was sitting right there on my desk, bro. I just remember religious studies class, start with the Gospels. So I just started with the Gospels, Matthew, Mark, and Luke.
Yeah, that's one of the ways I get intuitive signs or like sync signs or spiritual signs.
Yeah.
Like it's just something that stick with me. I'm like, why is it sticking with me?
Yeah, that's
I'm gonna just hold on to this.
Yeah,
and it might take years sometimes.
Yeah.
But I always find what to connect it to. You know what I mean? And most of the time, it takes a lot of other information and experiences, and it makes sense of a lot of other stuff. You know what I mean?
Yeah, man. I mean, so when I majored in religious studies, everybody was like, "What you gonna do with it?" And I was really just majoring, and I always wanted to learn about other religions. I didn't want to be like a minister. I didn't know. I just knew that I liked learning about other religions. My name was Ahmad, so everybody think I was Muslim. So of course I let me learn about Islam and the Quran, of course. You know what I'm saying? I was named after Ahmad Rashad, who ironically was in this field, and Michael Jordan's like, that's Michael Jordan home where he always did interviews with Ahmad Rashad. But I didn't really tap into my spirituality until like 2007 when I went through another storm and got cut from a team that I won a championship with out of nowhere. And just had a daughter, and I needed my health insurance. Like the health insurance would lapse if you wasn't on a team 2 weeks after you got cut. And I remember, no teams calling in the Arena Football League. Like I said, I was a world champion. I was the defensive MVP of the Arena Bowl. Led the team in interceptions two of the 4 years. No, it was just 2 of the 5. Because I started playing both ways. Anyway, I was a known person. And again, man, I just went to start reading the book of Acts and read about how the disciples performed miracles without Jesus. And that's something that just resonated with me, like how powerful the belief system is.
Yeah.
They didn't believe they could do anything without Jesus.
Yeah.
They started performing miracles. So that showed me the power of believing and the Spirit. And when the Holy Spirit, because this is your church.
Yeah.
To me.
Your body, your temple.
Your body's your temple. So I go to the team in Nashville. I didn't care for the head coach, and it was a dude who was like my arch nemesis named Cornelius Bonner. They call him Cornbread. But I didn't know he was a minister.
Yeah.
So yeah, I wasn't ready for shit. Like played in the NFL, was on the practice squad, would have just destroyed myself if I would have worked out there. Like Michael Vick, my homeboy, with the Falcons with him in 2001, got cut, had a great camp. Didn't understand why I got cut. Played with the Chiefs for a year in the practice squad that same year with the NFL Europe. Second in the league in interceptions, won a World Bowl there, came back, got cut, even though I outperformed another guy. It was so many signs right there. And God was like, yo, you're not ready for this. You're going to destroy yourself. If I give you an NFL contract, you're going to just burn because you ain't going to be there that long. And what you going to do?
Yeah.
What you going to do making $300,000 a year to now you got to work a 9 to 5? Versus playing arena ball, you making 60, 70, 100. It ain't that big of a drop off. If you're making 100 and then you work a 9 to 5, you make 40 with your college degree, you can adjust better than that. Like that's a different lifestyle. In arena league, unless you were a big time dude, you worked a job in the off season. Unless you got some of your contract to where they took care of you.
Yeah.
So I got that belief like the universe don't make mistakes. Like so many times we be like, nah, I'm good. And he's like, all right. Like that parent that's like, okay.
Yeah.
Okay. Okay. Oh, you good? Okay. You don't need my help? Okay. I need your help. And they just come to help you. Not, I told you. 'Cause that's what usually everybody do. I told you.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? But, and you know what blew my mind away with religion though, dog? I ain't trying to get too deep for people. Learn about the devil before he became the devil. When he was an angel. You know what he controlled, right?
The most perfect angel.
Yeah. What did he control that's so powerful today? What was he in charge of?
Oh, you meant his own power? Or
what was he in charge of?
The earth.
No, but he was in charge of like, we were just talking about this off air. What do y'all got?
You talking about the
music?
Yeah.
Oh. He's in control of music. What's really seeps into our spirit when we least think about it? Music. When people to think about it, like music is powerful. Because I'm just listening to the beat. I'm just listening to the RPM. I ain't listening to what he's saying. But as soon as that joint come on in the club, you singing every damn song. I mean, every damn lyric, right?
Yeah.
And then think about how that joint make you feel. Like somebody's like, I ride up on somebody, blah, blah, blah. And you out there like, what you? After hearing that song.
That's not the only type of music, though.
No, but I'm just saying. Oh, but how it can move.
Without question.
Your spirit, because if you go to a good church and they up there getting it, you up there feeling like, woo, I'm good. I'm gonna go home. I'm gonna do this, baby. Next week we're gonna do this, and you get home and you cut that pock on. You like, I'm military. You know what I'm saying? I'm doing you right now. You know what I'm saying?
I was actually talking to a friend, and I was talking to a lady friend about how much I didn't realize I identify with Gucci Mane because we both Aquarius, you know what I mean? Like I feel like the same way musically he kind of gets treated and like looked off to the side. I do too, and I feel like the way he represents himself, I would represent myself similarly. Yeah. But then I also realized how much of a hold society still had on me because of that. You know what I mean? Because that was like my spirit animal. Whenever his songs come on, I transform. You know what I mean?
Just think about like the artists we identify with.
It's a lot of songs that used to turn me up when I had turn them on, or when I get some shit. You got the music, you gonna turn on. You just already know.
I mean, I used to look at dudes and listen to gospel music before a game. I'd be like, yo, how you listen to gospel music like before we step on the field? I need something. I'm gonna headbutt somebody.
No weapon.
You know what I'm saying? But then that's just their walk and how they move them. Because I look at all the artists that I say is my favorites. They bipolar. Like they got something off like me. Like I love the game.
You relate.
I relate. Pop. Just you never knew. I love Eminem. 50. Like I got dudes that just one way, then this way, then this way. That's me.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? I'm cool with telling people that like, yo, as much as I'm animated behind the mic and stuff, ask my wife how I am at home. She be like, he don't really talk too much. He observed. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, I feel like I'm always, like where I come from, I'm always like read the room first. when I first came here today, I chill and I observe for a little while, cause I ain't like no loud dude by nature. Just come in like, yo, what's up, my dog? Like, nah, I really don't want to be the life of the party. You become a target where I'm from. Who that little loud ass nigga? We gonna get him.
Cordial. Right there.
You know what I'm saying?
Hey, okay, how's it going? Damn, that's right on time. I'm so used to everybody being late.
Oh yeah, I did. Yeah, that's how you know why. You know what I'm saying? I said it. I said, damn, man, it's like the GPS tell me to get there at 4 on the dot. He gonna think I ain't gonna be here. So I got to the door. I was like, yo, man, I'm in the front. And I'm like, oh, it's like 4 or 5. He probably clowned me because
you know, got about an hour.
If I go to
you pulled up right before.
If I go to a radio spot, they say 4:15. Damn it, they coming out of break, and you better be there because they got this slot before that next sponsor gotta come. Yeah. You show up late, they be like, yo, we had to cover for you.
Damn, that's crazy, man. You know so we dropped a lot of good gems and jewels for the people.
And I ramble, bro. I apologize. That's how I am.
No, that's why we're here,
I jump, man.
Yes,
you know what I'm saying?
Good, man. You gave a lot of people information about you that they possibly wouldn't know before, too. You know what I'm saying?
It's like you said, man. Like, if anybody ever heard me when I speak to college kids, high school students, when I public speak, I just let the Spirit talk to me, bro. You know what I'm saying? A lot of times you get religious people get intimidated. Yeah. But I don't want to give you like prepared food. I want that joint to be like fresh off the grill. Like as soon as I walk in there, I see somebody and something come to me.
Mm-hmm. And that's usually how I be feel, trying to throw ideas and build ideas.
Yeah, the energy is gonna tap into the chamber in which I gotta pull that ammunition out, and I don't want to be graphic, but shoot your gun. You know what I'm saying? Shoot your bullets, shoot your juice, shoot your shot. So that's why I be thinking I'm rambling, cause it's not. I'm just talking. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? I ain't trying to come up with some fake stuff. Like it's rare that I get the opportunity to just decompress and you know, like mental health is real. You know what I'm saying? So I run now with Prolific. That's therapeutic to me. Cause I played football since I was 5, B. Yeah. Like I ain't tough, but I've been trained to be crazy from 5 years old to 33, which is the massive number, because that's when Jesus got baptized by John the Baptist, when he told him I need to conform to the world, because he had to be baptized. Y'all ain't know that. Go read The Most Important Person in the World, the Holy Spirit, by Miles Monroe, Dr. Miles Monroe. I didn't know that until Nas put it in the song too about the number 33. Well, he became a master teacher.
We definitely gonna have to get into another motherfucking episode, bro. I'm trying to tell you, we got some shit for y'all. We definitely gonna have to rock this again, man. You wanna tell the people what you got coming up and where they can find you at?
Hey man, find me on Twitter. I am Ballhawk. Instagram, I am Ballhawk. Search the Ballhawk Show podcast. And like I told them off air, if you a local Charlottesville artist, yo, and you got music, my platform always open, bro. You feel what I'm saying? Like, we got to start bringing each other up.
Facts.
You feel what I'm saying? Got to take care of each other. I'm not prideful. So, and they'll tell you, if you reach out to me, I'm there.
Definitely, bro. Hit back and we'll respond.
You know what I'm saying? So if you got music and you got an edited version and a straight to the nitty gritty version, so I could play it on different platforms, let me know, man. But I'm always looking.
Make sure I have his links down below, you know what I'm saying? Y'all make
and just go to AhmadHawkins.com. I ain't even catch it. Go to Ahmad, and you'll not spell my name. But AhmadHawkins.com. And you could go to the section where contact, you email me directly.
Yeah, I'll put the website up
there. Yeah, man, you can reach everything that I do.
Yeah, so I'll make sure I have the website up there throughout everything, you know what I'm saying?
I appreciate this. I ain't have to drive the vehicle. I could just be a guest.
So y'all make sure I appreciate it, man. Y'all gotta tap in with us, man. We trying to show a lot of love and support, man. Create different opportunities and space for a lot of us, you know what I'm saying? We all got a voice, you know what I'm saying? Mm-hmm. So it's been another dope episode, you know what I'm saying? We got my man Cheno Bliss in the building with us.
Subscribe. Yeah, definitely. Please like, comment, subscribe. You feel me? Support the homies, man. I came through and we serving Shut the Hell Up juice to anybody that's doubting.
Yeah, facts. You know
my guys right here.
I'm your boy TrakBeatz and we signing out.
Trap House Mob.
Packing the melon slit. Prices went up on a nigga like you, cause you ain't the man for shit. How you the plug? You running your hoodie, you play with a band to flip. Niggas be talking like they really got it, but they middleman and shit. Whoa, packing the melon slit. Prices went up on a nigga like you, cause you ain't the man for shit. How you the plug? You running your hoodie, you play with a band to flip. Niggas be talking like they really got it, but they middleman and shit. They cap. Whoa, I'm the type to not let go of the grip. I love her like that, my little baby. Hey nigga, you dumb, you know where I'm from? I ain't the one you should play with. If you getting money, then save it, cause I'm coming for all of my payments. My niggas beastin' to catching my body, while y'all niggas down to be famous. Shit, I got a bag to make. I remember getting high in school and that's why I ain't graduate. I can't lie, I get to the bag, nigga, but I need a faster way. Niggas be broken, that's why they be mad, no, that shit is aggravating. Hey, niggas be sleeping on me. I stay with a pack and a grip, nigga, I gotta keep it on me. I know you want what I have, I dare you come take it from me. I just be tryna stay humble, my son in the crib, and I know he waiting for me. I do not trust anybody, and they know my body, they ain't no debating on me. I'm right in the lobby, I'm with all the static, for all of these niggas that's hating on me. I'm really a boss, if I gotta call out of work, I work is to make it for me. I got a bad temper, control of my angers, like I got an anchor on me. I ain't with the politics, getting a pound on the arm of the hood is like being in the streets with a scholarship. I know how to move, I taught bro how to move, nigga, you don't even know how to move. I ain't saying I'm a pro when I move, but the cops can't never find shit and they know what I do. I be on the low when I move, so low, nigga, I don't even know what I do. But I gotta keep a pole on the move, I put another soul on the news, niggas know how I do. I be wildin', I be thinking it's them Zans, I ain't rapping, it's the life I'm living. I'ma keep trapping till I hit 1 million, it's about to happen, I just got the feeling. I know I'ma make it, I'm just so impatient, everything invested, I'm just so impressive. I can spend my last, get it back in seconds, snakes in the grass, I can feel they presence, leave them in the past, take them out they present. I'm a fucking king, living like a peasant, got a couple charges, I'm a fucking felon. If I get knocked, I ain't fucking telling. But if I get knocked, you gon' get shot in your fucking melon. Sour coke, crack, Zans, perk, Molly's ease, hit a nigga, you know I be selling. I be stuffing bags, I ain't fucking skelling, talk about me now. RDG is trending, all I do is save. I don't fuck with spending, if I catch a case, I got a lawyer pending. Money in the safe, gotta play it safe, I make no mistake. I know who pretend to get up out the way. It's Zon World to that fucking day. #1 rule in the field, never steal, unless you ready to kill. Get to the money however you get it in bill. Just make sure that you never tell. There ain't no friends in these streets, money and pussy, so I made amends with the streets. They say you are what you eat, well I'm eating lobster and steak, so baby I guess I'm fully. Listen when real niggas speak, you know he fake if he don't practice what he preach. Niggas be worried about feats instead of they fridge, boy you ain't really trying to eat. I put my money on beats, invested in vids, and now I'm charging for the feet. You gotta come take a seat to see how I live, boy this music ain't cheap. She used to say I'm a creep, I did what I did and now she calling me a beast. I don't got no time to sleep, tomorrow ain't promising, niggas is counting on me. I gotta make it back home to double a profit, so I keep a rocket on me. I heard them niggas be plotting, but they just be watching, I dare you to pop it on me. I know how to move, I taught bro how to what? You don't even know how to what?
I don't even know how to move, nigga. I've been doing this shit, nigga. Big rock, God, nigga. Fuck niggas talk about, man. Ah. Trap House Mob.